Welcome to AN24 TV News, reaching you live from our studio. My name is Temitayo Peters. First, the headlines. Sanwo-Olu flags off food palliatives for Lagos resident. Lagos State Government flags off Blue Line rail operations with Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Buhari boasts of saving Nigeria from corruption. Rivers shut AIT, Ray Power FM's operations. Lagos State Government on Monday commenced the commercial operations of the long-awaited Blue Line Rail. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, among other selected passengers, boarded the train from Marina Station at 9 a.m. this morning to commence the full operations. The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on Sunday flagged off the distribution of food items for vulnerable households through the Lagos Food Bank program to cushion the effect of the removal of fuel subsidy by the federal government on Lagos residents. Sanwo-Olu said the flag-off of the Food Bank program is part of the social and economic intervention programs by the Lagos State Government to ameliorate the pains some Lagosians are experiencing due to the increase in transportation costs and food prices across the state as a direct effect of the policy on the removal of fuel subsidy by the federal government. He added that Food Bank initiative is an addition to the different measures rolled out and currently being implemented by Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration. The measures include 50% reduction in transportation costs in the government-owned bus system and free health services for pregnant women in government hospitals. Speaking during the flag-off of the Lagos Food Bank program at Lagos House, Ikeja, on Sunday, Governor Sanwo-Olu said the program will directly impact 500,000 benefiting households, noting that over 2,500 micro, small and medium enterprises were involved in bag manufacturing, food aggregation, packaging and logistics, while over 25,000 employees of the MSMEs will be indirectly impacted. Former President Muhammadu Buhari has boasted that Nigeria's economy would have collapsed if not for his intervention. Buhari made this known while responding to allegations leveled against him by former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Mohammed Adokie, over process and industrial development, P&ID, Paris Club, and the Ajaokuta Steel Company. The former head of state, in a statement by the spokesman, Garba Shehu, boasted that his administration saved Nigeria from corruption, adding that the economy was heading for doom. Buhari stressed that his administration inherited the contract and incidental judgment in the P&ID. A faction of the new Nigeria People's Party under the leadership of Major Agbo has vowed to probe Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso over the alleged misappropriation of 1 billion naira generated from the sale of expression of interest and nomination forms prior to the 2023 general elections. In a statement released by NNPP Factional National Publicity Secretary Abdusalam Abdulrazak, Kwankwaso, the party's presidential candidate in the last election, would be probed alongside some of his loyalists. The faction also accused the chieftain of the party, Buba Galadima, of favoring and imposing certain party candidates ahead of other aspirants. Furthermore, the faction said it would invite relevant security agencies to properly examine the account of the party to demand explanations from Kwankwaso and other stakeholders in the last election. However, in its response to the faction, the National Auditor of NNPP, Ladipo Johnson, absolved Kwankwaso of any wrongdoing, saying all the allegations leveled against him were frivolous. Johnson also wondered why the allegations were not raised until the factional leaders were expelled from the party. Governor Similayi Fubara-led government of Rivers State has shut down the operations of Africa Independent Television, AIT, and Ray Power FM in Port Harcourt, the state capital. Dar Communications, owner of AIT and Ray Power, said its operations were shut down by telecommunications engineers contracted by the state government, who were accompanied by armed security operatives. A live broadcast was shown on the TV channel where the alleged contractors were seen disconnecting the waveguard from the antenna on the mast while riggers were seen dismantling the mast. There is a growing number of Nigerians diverting into sport betting to plug the gap between their incomes and spending on a daily basis. Most Nigerian youths sees gambling as the only means to raise some cash for their pressing needs. The big question remains, how well is gambling helping Nigerian youths to solve their financial struggles? Our correspondent Emmanuel Ijiola reports.
Gambling has become an activity that a huge number of Nigerian youths are diverting their attention to for survival. The reason for this may not be far-fetched from the country's economic hardship, as this is becoming unbearable for the Nigerian youths, even the aged ones. The practice of gambling exists in different forms, which include lotteries, Ijebu, sports betting, pool betting, among other related games. Gambling has its positive and negative sides, and those who gamble have become more desperate and believe that gambling could be a quick solution to solving their financial struggles. It is on this background that I engage a lotto agent, popularly called by Ijebu, Mr. Asuko Eyo, who shed light on this subject matter and his experience in sport betting.
I was working in Dangote. Because of my illness, I was seriously sick. So when I couldn't be able to do hard work, then that is why I decided to come to do the business of Lotto.
Also reacting on this subject matter, I spoke with some Nigerian youths who expressed their thoughts whether the business of gambling is causing more harm or good to Nigerians.
Sporting does more harm because why I said this because many of our youth and teenagers these days, they don't really have job and they are doing sporting. They are wasting the little one they have on sporting, thinking it will generate money, and it doesn't. I just feel people that need to do sporting should be the people that at least have something doing, other job that is bringing money for them.
That's the hope of Nigerian youth now, presently, at this moment. Well, it's a 50-50 thing, you know. People who support certain clubs or certain sports, so there's this cliche that put your money where your mouth is. So Liverpool is better than Chelsea, put your money on it, and then, so it's a 50-50 thing. Everything has advantage must have disadvantages. You just hear someone even 30 million. Ask that how much have you contributed so far? You know, 30 million can save a lot. The win bet is not an easy rule. Some people have sold their property, some even lost hope. Using bet to create hope is not that's not an opportunity.
When you go into betting, there is this mind frame that I don't have to work hard. I just work a little less since I'm on the side of luck.
However, the reality of gambling is that gambling takes more than it ever gives. Those who win will keep going back in an attempt to win more, and if they lose, they will keep going back in an attempt to win back what they've lost. Emmanuel Ijiola, reporting for Africa News 24 TV.
American singer and actress Selena Gomez has revealed that she has been a fan of Nigerian Afrobeat star Rema, even before they collaborated on the Calm Down remix. She said she first fell in love with Rema's song Run Away before the rave lord contacted her for a remix of Calm Down. Gomez says she accepted the work with Rema because she loves his demeanor, stressing that she just wanted to take care of him. The 31-year-old superstar disclosed this while appearing in the latest episode of the VA100 New York podcast. She said, "I actually fell in love with the song Run Away before I fell in love with Calm Down. I literally was a fan of his, but remixing Calm Down was all the kind of his idea. Consider this. When you have a dream, you've got to grab it and never let go. And that's AN24 TV News as produced by Temitokpe Ogubanke. Do follow us on all our social media platforms.